The Fall of America, how the world's greatest superpower could collapse. What if I told you the most powerful country in human history could already be collapsing, and most people don't even see it? Not through invasion, not through war, but from something far more dangerous, its own internal decay. The United States has dominated the world for nearly a century: military, economy, technology, culture. But today, cracks are appearing everywhere. Political chaos, economic instability, social division, global rivals rising. So here's the terrifying question. Is America following the same path that destroyed every great empire before it? And more importantly, what is the one fatal weakness that could bring the United States to its knees? To answer that, we need to uncover how superpowers really die. Chapter 1. The Rise of U.S. Empire. At its peak, America looked unstoppable. After World War II, nearly 50% of global GDP, most powerful military on earth, dollar became the backbone of world trade. Cultural domination through Hollywood, music, and media. America didn't just win wars, it shaped reality. For decades, it seemed untouchable. But history has a warning. Every empire appears strongest right before decline begins. Rome, Britain, Ottomans, Soviets, all believed their dominance would last forever. They were wrong. So what makes America different? Or is it already repeating their mistakes? Chapter 2. The Enemy Within. Most empires don't fall because of external enemies. They collapse because they rot from inside. And America today may be facing its greatest internal fracture in modern history. Political polarization has reached extreme levels. Citizens no longer simply disagree. They increasingly see each other as threats. Trust in institutions is collapsing. Government, media, elections, education, justice system. When people lose trust in the system itself begins to weaken. And once unity disappears, even the strongest nations become vulnerable. But division alone isn't enough to destroy a superpower. There's another threat, one even more dangerous. Chapter 3. The Debt Time Bomb. America's national debt is exploding, trillions upon trillions of dollars. And here's the real danger. The U.S. survives partly because the world trusts the dollar. But what happens if that trust breaks? If major powers begin moving away from the dollar, America could face severe inflation, economic instability, reduced global leverage, financial crisis. This is why some experts fear America's dominance may rest on fragile financial confidence. And history shows economic overextension has destroyed empires before. But debt isn't the final blow. Because while America struggles internally, a new challenger is rising. Chapter 4. The Rise of China. For the first time in decades, America has a true competitor. China, manufacturing dominance, technological expansion, military modernization, global infrastructure investments. China isn't simply growing, it's strategically positioning itself to challenge U.S. supremacy. Meanwhile, BRICS nations explore alternatives. Dollar dependence is questioned. Global power is shifting. For years, America led a unipolar world. Now that world may be ending. And when a superpower loses uncontested dominance, history becomes unpredictable. So is this how America falls? Not yet, because the greatest threat may still be ahead. Chapter 5. The Real Collapse Signal. Here's what truly destroys empires: when ordinary citizens stop believing in the future. And in America, housing costs soar, healthcare burdens millions, infrastructure decays, inequality rises, social trust declines. For many, the American dream feels increasingly distant, and this may be the ultimate danger. Because once hope erodes, decline accelerates. A nation can survive enemies, it can survive debt, it can survive rivalry. But when it loses belief in itself, collapse becomes possible. Climax, the master answer. So what is the fatal weakness that could bring down the United States? It's not China, it's not debt, it's not war, it's internal fragmentation. History repeatedly shows great powers fall when division, distrust, and systemic decay become stronger than national unity. America's future may depend on one critical question. Can it rebuild internal strength before external pressures overwhelm it? Because once internal collapse begins, even the greatest superpowers can fall.